Hello. Welcome to another edition of the Horror Rumble. Tonight is a special night. We have a main event happening. Dixon versus Schein for the Horror Rumble Cable Channel 11 Trivia Championship. What do you think about that?
I'm speechless.
Obviously. I probably could have said all that better, but...
I think you said it just fine, bud. It's just, I'm ready to see these two go at it. So,
all right. Well, most of you, if you've watched the show, we've done 2 other trivia nights, and it's very similar. We're going to have 3 rounds, about 10 questions each round. Not about, it is 10 questions. I think in the past, the chat questions we might have
gone over.
Taken, yeah, just because they were so good and fun. But we're going to try to stick to 10 to make it fair, since it's a one-on-one tournament here. But in round 2 is where we're going to ask the chat, you guys out there, the viewers, if you have any horror-related questions for our contestants. And then Kory will finish off round 3. Did I get all that?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's say hi really quick before we bring our contenders on, our entrants. Of course, Dan Schein himself is out there in the chat, but we've got our good friend Chris, Dr. CZ Death. Thanks for dropping by. He says team head covering versus team no head covering.
It's the hat versus the dome.
I just went Dixon versus Schein. Big T, hello.
Hello.
And Blue Rays, hello. Thank you again, as always, for that lovely opening.
Thank you, Blu-rays.
Our in-house animator. Jessica, welcome.
Hello.
Noticing your Sam in the background.
Yeah. I love the little guy. Thank you.
And a very good friend, Jay the Stingray, and regular here at Cable Channel 11. Hell
What's up,
yeah.
Jay?
All right. Well, without further ado, let's bring our first contender on, our first entrant. We have the fabulous Lorne Dixon.
There we go. If we're doing drawings,
I love it.
that could have gone better.
I want a copy of that, Lorne.
I better take a photo of it and send it to you now, because this is the board I'm using tonight. Yeah, hey, how are you guys?
Doing good.
Good to have you back as always.
Greatly forward to getting my ass kicked by Mr. Schein.
I feel like you've said this before, and then you cleaned house.
Yeah. I feel like there's a very good chance that that's not going to happen tonight.
Well, we shall see. And of course, as we were talking beforehand, for now, this will determine the champion of Cable Channel 11's Horror Rumble Trivia. But I'm sure down the road, there'll be another chance to redeem yourself if you do lose. But I wish you both luck.
Sounds good.
All right.
Oh, we're ready for Dan?
I think so. Is he
No
ready
one's
for
ready
us?
for Dan.
What's up, guys? I don't have a drawing. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, you're down 10 points already.
Yes. My dry erase board is like slowly running out of ink. I tried to do like some stick figure thing when I saw that, but I didn't even bother. So there you go.
He does. But there's different techniques used, so do we have to compare? All right. Well, as you guys know the rules, I'm going to start us off with round 1.
Cool.
And anything else? Do we need any?
Just so you guys know, in the chat, I cannot see it right now, just in case any of you post answers. So if I don't respond to you, I'm not being a dick.
He is probably.
Yeah.
I might as well work on sympathy for the eventual, like, he was robbed argument.
Hey, Sean.
Jess, if you look at your Twitter, you have the photo you can share with Kory.
Fantastic. I will do that. All right. Without further ado, let's go to question 1. Kory, you're timing and taking points this round?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
I believe the time you have 30 seconds to answer. Write your answer down.
30
Is that right?
seconds.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think it was 30 seconds. All right. Are we ready?
Good to go.
All right.
All right.
Start the timer after I read this. Question number 1. What is the name of the creature from the Black Lagoon? Hi, Ghost.
Big ghost. Shit.
All right. 5 seconds.
All right. I'm a little scribbly here, but yeah.
Time.
Then it doesn't count if you're scribbling.
All right.
All right. Show
Dan,
your
what do you got?
The gill man. Oh, one was a little more specific.
That is very specific. I don't even think I've heard of the fossil, but I
He's
believe
referred to as the fossil in the earliest part of the film.
Nice.
Pardon me. We'll pick this damn thing up.
I wish I could give you a bonus point for that, but you both got points.
Cool.
On our licenses.
We may all. Gilly. Hey, Ben Grimm.
What's up, Ben?
Hey, Ben.
All right. Question number 2. In Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, who is the actor who played Billy? I don't think they use his last name, but Billy Hill.
Oh.
And an extra little clue, it's the little boy opposite Danielle Harris.
Once my damn fucking pens are not working. All right. Oh. All right. After this, I'm switching to pens.
All right. 5 seconds. Time. Dan, what do you got?
Close. Oh, no. Dan is correct.
All right. 1 second. I'm going to switch to a notebook, guys.
And you can see an interview with Jeffrey Landman right here on this channel on Jess Graham Live.
Oh, shit. I do. Yeah, I forgot you guys did that.
Oh, you knew his name anyway. That's pretty amazing. It's kind of a trick question. You can also see this guy down here. He was a guest as well. Lorne Dixon.
Right down there.
Yes.
There you are.
All right. This will be
It's
easy.
a big
It was
show.
like it was all over the place. It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Guest too. You got guest.
Ah!
I got all kinds of things that hurt here.
Oh,
Yeah.
My
Yeah, Lorne
basement
got
just
bigger,
looks
has
terrifying.
bigger
There's
numbers than
nothing down
Jeffrey
here.
Landman.
That's just because Dan watched it a bunch of times.
Did you take advantage of that pricing error, Lauren? I think I know the answer to that, but
Do you think I need a copy of those films in my life on 4K?
that is true. Ironically, though, now I got to get at least the first 3. Can't own those on 4K and not the others.
I'm pretty okay with what I own, which is not the entire franchise at this point. So
Mm-hmm.
I have the films I like, so that's good, right?
Yeah.
Well, you have even the ones you don't like in some format, right? If you
No,
absolutely,
not anymore.
you really don't. Oh,
I really don't. No, back in the DVD days, I think I did. But of course, all the films weren't out then. But whatever.
you'll have to talk to the other guys who didn't vote for that one, Sean. I agree. That was over on S'mores and Doors for the best comedy movie.
The more important question is why was Blazing Saddles not number one?
Brain Candy.
I
didn't
did-
participate, so Brain Candy should have won.
That should have been on the list.
I put in Pumpkin, which nobody else saw, so it didn't go very far. But
Well, I don't know if Pumpkin is the best comedy of all time. It's just probably the meanest film of all time to be made by a major studio.
20th anniversary, man.
That's a
on
great
that
film.
one, too.
Hamlet 2 should have gone further, but
I love Hamlet 2 so much.
It's a good comedy. But we're talking horror here, so question number 3. In Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, what last name does the family go by?
I mentioned how tonight's going to go, right?
Well,
it's early.
Cliff Booth stopping by, maybe that's what's going to happen.
5 seconds. Time.
Oh, I think I might have made a mistake on this.
Oh, he's just being nice to me at this point.
Slaughter, I think I made a mistake. Shit.
Slaughter is correct.
Oh, okay. Thought for a
Was
minute.
that-
Did you say Next Generation?
I did say Next Generation.
Okay, never mind. Then I thought you said. Then I was like, I didn't listen. All
No,
right.
you
Was
listened.
that like
you got it
an
right.
Egyptian hieroglyphic for slaughter there? Dan?
It is not.
No? Okay.
Now, while the original film, because of part 2, their names are Sawyer.
Yeah.
In the
yeah.
original film, I think on the barbecue place, isn't it say W.E. Slaughter?
Yeah.
Outside.
Yes. Yes. W.E. Slaughter.
Which is where I think he took that for the Next Generation. Question 4. Which Freddy Krueger movie has the line, "The first time tends to get a little messy"?
It would be great if you picked some movies I've seen more than once in my life.
5 seconds.
There's always the chat and Kory. If
Time.
these batch of questions don't work.
I'm pretty sure, but I'm not positive.
You are both
Freddy's
correct. Well,
Alright.
F versus Jason.
Yeah, because I had
No,
to write
Dan.
it at the last second. But Freddy, if you want to not count it, I understand.
Give them both a point.
Alrighty.
All right, moving on to number 5. We'll just keep this pumping. The original Child's Play was released in what year? It's always tough to do these. I think, they're either too easy or too hard.
Yeah, I know last time those people thought they were too hard.
Hey, Joe Bob.
Joe Bob.
What's up, Joe Bob?
5
Bob.
seconds.
Oh my God.
I know it was. Thank you, Joe Bob.
Time.
It was a tough one.
All right, what do we got?
Dolphins.
1988.
1988 is correct.
All right, halfway through the first round.
Okay. We'll just keep this going on. Oh, wow. Joe Bob's got the exact date going on. November 9th, 1988.
I wouldn't have gotten the full date, Joe Bob, so credit to you.
Yeah, I don't even have that. Okay, number 6. Who wrote the 1959 horror novel Psycho?
I'm pretty sure we'll get this both.
I'm pretty sure you're both going to get this, but I know for sure Lorne will.
I have his autograph in there.
That's
I am
awesome.
jealous I do not.
Well, I bought it without knowing that, so.
Oh,
You guys both done?
Yeah.
I'll just cut the time short here. All right, what do you got?
You both have it correct.
Alrighty.
I understand Robert sometimes went by Joe Bob, though.
Maybe these were too easy.
No, not super.
Already
All right.
losing, so no, clearly not.
Lauren's going to kill me on this one.
Oh, God. Here comes another franchise pick.
Yes, sir. Well, you know it's me. Little clue of the last couple trivia is these questions are very similar in their genre or categories. And so number 7.
Okay.
Who was the killer or killers in Scream 3? What was Ghostface's identity? Scream 3.
Scream 3.
Scream 3. Who was the killer or killers in Scream 3?
5 seconds. Time.
Daily Ghost showing the love.
I have a
All right,
very
guys.
similar answer to that.
Uh-oh.
What do we got?
Billy and Stu, right?
Wait. Did you say Billy and Stu?
Billy and oh, did I mess that up? I don't know Scream that well. I've literally watched the sequels like one
So
time.
neither of you got that. No points were awarded this round, but Sean McManus got it, as well as Ben Grimm.
Oh, fuck.
I would have accepted either one of those answers. Roman Bridger or Sidney's brother, or both. Chris Roman Polanski, close.
Well, there was some screaming involved in a Roman Polanski movie, but that has never been released to the public.
3 is the one that
I remember
Everybody hates
nothing. I remember nothing about it whatsoever, except that Carrie Fisher shows up for no apparent reason.
Yeah, I maybe have watched it twice.
That's
In my
more than I
lifetime.
have.
For a
like it.
show. I hate Scream 3. But
If you want to see some harsh arguments over that movie and all the rest of the Screams, we have a Scream franchise episode right here on this
Yeah.
channel, so check it out. Question number 8. Hopefully we're getting somewhere where you've seen some of these things. How many Final Destination movies are there? That's released, finished.
yeah.
5 seconds. Time. All right, boys, what do we got?
6.
You both said 6.
Yep.
You are incorrect. It's 5.
Oh, okay. Fuck. I was trying to do the count in my head. Well, wait. 1, 3.
I mean, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but
No, I think you're right. The Final Destination. It is 5.
the Final
stopped.
Destination was actually 4, I think.
Yeah, they stopped using the numbers, and that got me. That I am a fan of, though, so I'm surprised they didn't do the math right.
I believe you're confusing Fievel. All right, no
Fievel
points
goes
were
west.
awarded. Fievel goes west. Final goes west.
Never saw it. I just know the title.
Yeah, it was no An American Tale. Question 9. What was the name of the chemical that brought the dead back to life in the original Return of the Living Dead? And I pretty much need the full answer. Can't half-ass it.
There you go, Ghost. He goes far enough west, he'll get to California and he'll turn around.
5 seconds.
I believe it's pronounced Kofivi.
Time.
Well, you said full, but trioxin, right?
Oh, you guys are
There's
both
nothing. Is it
wrong.
456?
No, it's 2,4,5 trioxin.
All right.
2,4,5 trioxin.
I couldn't. I knew there was something with
I
it.
knew there was numbers, but
And I couldn't just go with trioxin because in later horrible sequels, it was like trioxin 5 was a different form of trioxin. So
Okay.
I wanted the exact numbers.
I knew there was numbers, but I don't think I could have remembered it to save my life.
Lorne was closer, but still no cigar for
yeah,
I
you.
would
you
have
make a
guessed.
horrible bookie.
Something completely off. Anyway, what is this? Is this 9 or 10?
This is the final question of the round one.
Alrighty.
In the 2021 film Willy's Wonderland, what is Nicolas Cage's character credited as? Oh, you must return
5
the Living Dead.
seconds.
The original trilogy definitely
It's a-
goes.
Just the first
Time.
one Ghost.
We
All
We
right,
good?
what do we got?
I believe he was just called the janitor. It might have been. Yeah, it might have been man. Shit.
Dan is actually right. It's the janitor.
Oh, okay.
Didn't like the film, so
I knew they didn't name him, and I was trying to remember if there was just like the guy or man, or if they did call him the janitor.
It was a good guess to be the guy or the man, but he was credited as the janitor. All right. Want to hear the tally at all?
Good job, Blu-rays.
Yeah.
At the end of round 1, Dan has 6. Lorne has. Dan has 7. Lorne has 4.
Okay.
So after one round, it's still close. Anybody's game.
I'm not perfect. I didn't remember trioxin, man. I even screwed up Final Destination. I'm not.
2,4,5 trioxin.
Yes. I won't forget that one again, but when you
Oh, I
said
will.
when he said specific, I was like, shit, I know there's numbers, but all right.
All right, here in round 2, if you missed the beginning, we are going to turn to you to the chat. Usually we do this in round 3, but today is round 2. So chat, if you have a question, a horror-related question, and appropriate enough, we will ask our contestants. And if you count,
and make sure you have the answer ready.
yeah, don't put the answer with your question, but have it ready to put into the chat after we ask it.
And no horror porn. Be fair to Lorne, please.
We won't pull that up. So we'll give you a few seconds. We'll ask up to 10 from the chat. If it takes too
am I having a stroke?
No, that's him.
Yeah, unless
Okay.
we're having it together.
Oh.
I think he's saying just come up with your
Aba-
questions. Wow, that is a long monologue.
I always thought he was talented. I didn't know he was that
Questions.
talented.
The system will eat itself.
Well, at least it froze up and his face wasn't like, twisted all screwed up and shit. There you go.
We didn't hear
So
a
we-
goddamn thing, Jess.
We got nothing. Well, I was saying, we have backup questions if the chat can come up enough, but it looks like Ghost may have the first one for you.
Okay, are
What
you reading
horror?
it?
Are you? Oh wait, are we ready?
Yeah.
What horror franchise is entirely directed by a woman or women?
By women.
Let me reread that. What horror franchise is entirely directed by women? So I'm assuming multiple directors, but they're all women. Good question. I'm not even sure I have a guess myself. And there's some great women horror directors out there.
There sure are.
All right.
I
5
know
seconds.
Directed by a woman, the entire franchise off the top of my head.
Time. All right.
I think I'm wrong. I abbreviated, but Slumber Party Massacre.
Yes.
Was it all?
I don't even know.
Ghost? What were your...
Okay. I was trying to remember Hard to Die, and I was like, oh, wait, no, that was...
That was the other one. That was
If you count it, too. That's, yeah.
because that's Decocteau, right?
I don't know. If he says we're right, I'll just...
Yeah, he
take it.
says you're both right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Give them both a point. Big T, Kory, we'll accept an X-Files question. Or... It's sci-fi horror at times. If you got a question, why not? We'll let it slide. What were you going to say, Lorne?
I would always argue that point. I mean, people love to say it's science fiction. I dare you to find a science concept anywhere in that series, but you have all kinds of episodes that are meant to scare you. So I think it's legit.
Okay.
All right. We'll take it.
By the classical definitions of the genres, I think we're fine.
All right. Well, here's our next question from Sean while we're waiting for that.
And Dan, you're a fan of X-Files, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Then I just
Oh, good.
to be fair.
That should work.
I'm
What's the
actually
name of the
meaning-
actress who played Bride of Frankenstein? That is definitely one Lorne should get, but I wouldn't be surprised if Dan has it too.
Oh my god.
Oh, are we good?
Oh, I don't know.
But we'll go ahead and call time. You guys both have your answers.
Yeah, we both got this one for sure.
Yeah, if it was
All right. Who asked that question? Sean? That was
Did you guys? Elsa Lanchester?
Mhm.
all right.
Point them up. All right, our next question comes from Blu-rays. Which animatronic was the last to be destroyed in Willy's Wonderland?
just give Dan the point. I mean,
Well,
I
may not know that either.
pretty much hated the fucking movie, and I'll never revisit it. So
I watched it, but I don't think I could tell you that.
I've seen it twice. I couldn't even tell you that.
Honestly, this is kind of a guess.
wait a second. Does that say Willis's Wonderland?
Willis,
If we're
what you
being
talking
held to-
about?
if we're being held to exact answers, I think that we have to answer this question as
Well,
written.
I don't get you on spelling though. If it's understandable, I won't get you on spelling. Though I'm telling a writer this, so
who's in the middle of edits.
Okay. All right, Blu-rays, we need the answer.
Are we timed out? Because I'll just show my answer.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah, go ahead.
I just had Willy. I've seen the movie, but I can't remember what.
That would have been my guess too. Tito Turtle, though.
Okay, I wouldn't. Saw the movie. But...
All right.
All right.
All
Kind of
right,
keep an
what's
eye
the
on me,
next
Kory, if
question?
I'm missing anything. Is it Cliff Booth?
All right, yeah.
Horace Femme and his sister Rebecca give shelter to 3 travelers in what early 1930s film?
I think they're trying to help me catch up.
Can you repeat that?
I can. Horace Femme and his sister Rebecca give shelter to 3 travelers in what early 1930s film?
And time.
Try not to show old answers. Is that
All right.
focusing?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
got
both
Yeah,
have
that's-
Old Dark House.
All right.
Cliff, we need the answer.
I'm assuming that's correct since they both had it, but
Yes, that is correct.
do confirm. Okay. Well done. All right. So our next one is Big T's X-Files question. Get ready. What episode of the X-Files was initially banned from being shown a second time on Fox due to its graphic nature?
Could have bet money that this was going to be the question.
You already had it in your head. And I think that's question 5. So we're halfway through round 2.
That is question 5. All right. 5 seconds. You guys have your answers?
Yep.
All right. Okay.
All right, Big T home.
You know, since he's saying spelling doesn't count, I'm going to spell everything phonetically from now on.
Is that the one that's a Texas Chainsaw like?
Yeah, I mean it's. I don't know. It's. I don't know. It's like Hills Have Eyes, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but
Oh, it's scarier.
yeah, probably.
I think actually even more. Well, not Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but Hills Have Eyes, definitely. If you guys haven't watched Home, do yourself a favor, and even you don't need to, watch all of X-Files, but you should watch Home. If you do have a question about the horror genre and putting it in there, watch Home. It is.
There's
yeah.
zero attempt at anything science fiction in that episode. It's all just. it's a Southern Gothic.
Yeah, there was also like that carnival episode, and some of their best episodes were undeniably horror.
Well, I would say all the early first season serial killer episodes. Serial killer that can stretch, serial killer that's really a freaking mudworm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep meaning to watch it again from the beginning and then go through Millennium, but
Millennium is so much. It's so close to my heart. It's just the best thing that's ever been long form on television. And I'm including Twin Peaks in that.
I put it above
Yeah.
Twin Peaks. No.
For me, not much can hit that level, but Millennium does.
Our next
Okay.
question comes from the Joe Bob Tarheel. So for
I think we were both trying to.
Stop it.
You do it.
Who sung a song or the song in Freddy's Dead? I'm Awake Now.
This is an educated guess at best. And when he says who sung, are we talking the singer or the band?
I would say either if it's a single singer or if it's a group band.
Okay. So band counts because that's all I've
Yeah.
got.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
5 seconds.
All right, Joe Bob. Start
And
putting that in the chat.
time.
He says
All right.
band.
I could be wrong, but I know this is and it sounds weird, but is it? Yeah, is it Goo Goo Dolls? Because they sang, I swear to God, that
there's like
song.
there's like 4 songs on that soundtrack from the Goo Goo Dolls.
Okay.
So I'm
Music's not my
just
strong suit, but
yeah.
There you go.
There's
Oh. Okay.
There's also an Iggy Pop song on that soundtrack, but I can't find it in the movie. So
You both had Goo Goo Dolls.
Yes. Yes.
All right. That was all right. 6 questions in.
Has Sean asked one yet? I'm gonna go to Pepper Dion.
Yes. The
Sean and Ben have had questions. I will come back to those. I just want to make sure everybody who has one can get. So I'll come back to yours. Our next question, question number 7. What's the name of the director of Moloch? Did I pronounce that right?
You did. I'm assuming you mean the newer film.
yeah, not the British miniseries.
Okay, I think we're good to go back to those.
All right, 5 seconds. Time.
I'm sorry, Ben. I will make sure yours is next then.
That's correct. Mine is not.
Should, but yeah.
Nico Vanden Brink. I could have misspelled that wrong. I don't know, but
It's the new film.
I love it. The film is brilliant.
you'll know that. I think you'll know that name.
Yeah.
That'll be more household soon.
All righty.
Okay, I'm going to Ben's. So sorry about that, Ben. You're just I know you so well. I just assumed you already got one in. All right. So, is it the 8th question now?
Yes.
What vehicle was used in the 1986 Charlie Sheen lead, The Wraith?
Fuck it. I might. Do we have to get like all of the? My answer is gonna be my answer.
Yeah.
Is the
I don't think
year
you need the-
included or?
I'm not sure. Is that important to the?
Well, I
plot
don't
or the
have it.
story?
Doesn't matter. So if it's not, I think I might be half right. It's just a question of whether it counts.
We'll go ahead and go.
I'm
5 more
not half
seconds.
right.
Time.
All right. I know this might not be complete, but I have Dodge Turbo Car. Wasn't that what it was?
Lorne has DeLorean. I'm not so sure about that one. Dodge M4S Turbo and Interceptor.
Okay.
I think we'll take Dodge Turbo, right?
It's your call. If
Ben,
it
I'm gonna
doesn't
actually-
count, I'm cool with it.
Let Ben make the call on that. You think Dan should get the point?
I think
I would say so. I don't.
My
I wouldn't
personal
have got it.
opinion is Inceptor is kind of a big part of that, the name of the car. So
I'm cool not
Interceptor?
taking it because I knew I didn't have the full thing.
Well, Kory and I are tight on this. So Ben, do we give the point or not for Dan's answer? Yes, works.
all right.
Okay, point for Dan.
So that is question 8. We got 2 more questions we can take.
2 more questions. Forgive me if you had a question and I don't get it. I'm going down the list. Sean McManus. What is the name of the goat in Robert Eggers film The
Eggers.
Witch? Eggers film The Witch.
You both started writing really fast, so I'm assuming
Yeah.
you both know
Well,
the
no.
answer.
I think we both got it. I think.
Okay. So go ahead and pop the answer in the chat there, and we'll.
Black Phillip.
Lauren, can you hold your board up a little closer?
It's
Black Phillip.
All
Sort of.
I believe, yeah,
Yep.
I believe that's definitely right
Yeah.
on that one. I'm
So was that 8 or
confident on
9?
that one.
That was 9.
All right, and I think we have our last question here from Dr. Well, here. Gosh, who didn't? Cliff and Chris both get a question yet? I don't know.
I don't know if Chris did.
Okay, we'll go with this one. Cliff, I apologize. This is going to be our final one. What is Hannibal Lecter's sister's name? And good questions from all of you out there. Thanks for playing along.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I kind of, sort of, maybe got
5
a
seconds.
music question.
Time.
Was it Misha?
It is Misha.
Yeah, you didn't have that, Lauren?
No, I did not.
Son of a gun.
Well, what did
Okay.
you have, Lauren?
Does it matter if it's not it?
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Chris
He-
got to put the answer up
The
there.
moment I saw the board, I remembered the novel
You knew.
clearly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I initially wrote Micah and had to cross it out. It took me a minute.
All right. So that's round 2.
So what do we go to now?
We have one final round, and Kory has the batch of 10 questions.
All right, let me get a
All
fresh
right, so-
paper.
At the end of round 2, Dan is in the lead with 15. Lauren, you are only 5 behind. Hey, there's
Yeah.
10 questions. You can make it up.
Math might not be my strongest subject. However,
So Lauren is
Gibbs.
at 10. Dan is at 15.
Lauren is at 10. It's anybody's game, really, still.
there's only so far that line's going to go.
It is. A
All
few
right.
questions in here. Might change that, but thank you for coming by, RetroCac, Mr. Gibbs.
What's
Hello.
up?
He's having
Good.
trouble hearing you write your answers, Dan. So
Sorry, I'm hectic, especially when I don't start out with the right answer.
All right. Are we ready for round 3? You got the
I've
tallies
got,
down, Jess?
I've got the tallies. And my timer get ready. All right. I'm ready to go.
All right. What hard rock or heavy metal band was featured in the 1984 movie The Dungeon Master?
Real band, I think.
Oh, this is round 3.
How much time we got?
You got 6 seconds. Okay, time is up.
Sure, 7 seconds wasn't.
I just wrote Dungeon Master. I've seen this movie. I like this movie. Oh,
Lauren is correct.
there you go.
I haven't seen the film since VHS days, but
So point for Lorne.
It's on a Blu-ray double feature, but
I don't think I need to change that necessarily.
It's
Empire is Empire.
yeah, it's a fun movie. Richard Mole.
All right. Are we ready? Name them. I want you guys to name the movie this quote comes from. Trust is a tough thing to come by these days.
5 seconds. Time's up.
What do we have?
John Carpenter's The Thing.
That is correct.
My board is empty.
Oh, man. So you were tied in this round. Okay.
All right. Question number 3. What astrological event occurs during the 2017 movie Veronica that causes the character to invoke harmful spirits?
That time is up.
All right. What do we have?
It was a solar eclipse.
You're both right.
Nice.
Already cross that off.
2-2 in round 3. Points.
That one had kind of odd distribution, if I remember right. Hey, MJ.
MJ, good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, I don't see you enough.
All right. Question number 4.
Yes.
You okay, Jess?
Yeah, I was sorry.
All right. In the movie Invasion of the Body Snatchers, what activity are the survivors most afraid of?
Five seconds.
I don't think they need it, Jess.
Fine, time's up.
Exactly. They're both right.
What does that show? Oh, that was a good question, but they got it.
Well, the two versions both have the same answer, though. So
Yeah, because the other would be body snatchers, so it's not invasion. It's another one I haven't watched.
Wait. So there's 4 Invasion of the Body Snatchers films.
Yeah.
Invasion is just people block out for good reason. The Belle Ferrar film is flawed, but still like at least passable. But that
I need to
Craig
revisit
film is
it.
awful.
Yeah.
All righty. Question number 5. Name the movie with the tagline, "In space, no one can eat ice cream."
Five seconds. And stop.
It's a Spirit Halloween favorite right now.
That's
Dan's got it right.
Dan does have it right,
Yes.
and Dan is simply superior.
I've missed a few tonight. I'm not perfect.
It wasn't Spaceballs.
Well, that would violate the non-horror. So I would call shenanigans on Spaceballs.
All right.
All right. We ready here? Question number 6. What 2012 horror film is a story about an annual ritual sacrifice to appease the Ancient Ones?
This could have more than one answer, but
Well, they can all have one answer, but doesn't mean they're right answers.
well, I'm pretty sure I have the right one, but there could be another answer.
Your time is up.
Just to shut you down.
What do we got?
I think it's Cabin in the Woods, but
That is correct.
all right.
And Noah, it is pretty cool, isn't it? You ought to see
Hey,
it in
buddy,
person.
you have to come over and see it sometime, bud.
They didn't have it. I got a bunch of stuff at Spirit, but they did not have that damn animatronic.
That was the only one they had when I went. So,
Yeah. No one
and they
when
had
opened.
some little baby doll thing on top of it, so I had to move that.
So I screwed up. Who got the point on this last one?
They both got it.
Both.
They both got it. Okay, that's what I thought. There we go.
All right.
5 and 4.
Question number, whichever number we're at.
I
What?
think 7.
This is 7?
I could be wrong.
No, that's
Your
7.
question.
All
I
right.
have
I've lost
been
track.
a number of times, so join the club.
Aren't your questions numbered?
They were at one point. Some of them were. Anyway, yes, we're on question 7. What 2016 film centers around father and son coroners investigating the death of an unidentified female corpse?
Five seconds. Time's up.
That's correct.
That is correct.
Did you have the other? There's a very similar possession of. There's a very similar movie that came out around the same time.
You did not have that one down, huh, Lorne?
I do not.
Lon.
We're ready for question number 8.
Corny Chung's got to read the next one.
Corny Chung's not here.
What 2014 movie involves a story of two siblings battling a supernatural mirror? You guys both done?
Yeah, I am.
We'll save some time here. What do we got?
10 seconds.
They're both correct.
Oculus, nice.
That was the worst theatrical experience. I had nothing to do with the movie, but every rude thing you could possibly imagine going on in that movie.
All right. Question number 9. What does CHUD stand for?
If I can write it out in time.
What do we got for time, Jess?
5 seconds.
And they're both done. So what do we got?
Time up.
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers, if you can.
It's not correct.
Chemically hazardous underground disposal.
Is correct. Watch the movie again.
I think
Lorne?
Lorne's got it.
Lorne's got it.
I
Okay.
think so.
Well, damn.
That's
all
the
right.
answer I was able to come up with.
It's a plot point in the movie. Is that they? That's not correct. Ben, watch the movie again. There's a plot point where the company is revealed to be evil and Chud is on the actual cans.
He's right. He
That's
is right.
chemically hazardous underground disposal. I watched Chud way too many times back in the VHS days.
Did you get the anthology that was like all set in the
No.
Chud universe?
Nah, I wanted to, but then I started hearing like that some of it was great and some of it wasn't, and I know too many people there, so I don't want kind of like impression.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag, but it's fun.
I always wanted more from that franchise. Like there was just so many places, but again, unless it was going to become like an East Coast production, it doesn't really matter because that first film feels like New York.
What a cast too.
Oh yeah.
All right. Last question. What Rolling Stones song is sung by Azrael as he possesses bodies in the Denzel Washington film Fallen?
Five seconds.
Okay.
All right.
I
Time
know
jump.
this is in the movie.
Oh.
Okay.
Dan
Time is on my
correct.
side.
Dan is correct.
Okay. I don't even remember this. I just remember that in the trailer. Just the dude, the possessed, just saying it over and over.
Nope. Ben Grimm in the chat is right. Chris and Sean also said painted, or both said painted black, but it's.
I'm impressed I got a music question. So
All righty. So after
All
3
right.
rounds, what is our final?
Well, I have to give you these points for this third round to add them to the first 2 rounds, Kory.
All right.
Dan had 8 points this third round, and Lorne had 6.
Okay, so that's
Sorry if I spoiled the ending at the beginning, but
hey.
that was close. You didn't miss by
It
one.
honestly wasn't a blowout by any means.
That means that Lorne finished with 16 and Dan finished with 23. So that makes Dan our Cable Channel 11 horror trivia champion.
in snow.
In
I don't know why it's turning white.
that looks like rave dust or something going on there, like confetti.
Fairy dust, fairy dust, fairy dust.
I need to shave. I have no nose anymore.
Maybe you did shave too much.
Our wonderful winner, Dan Schein. It's a little preview look
And
of the potential Saturday morning cartoon animation from the original prototype. And Jonathan Bombastic. Just hope both teams had fun tonight. That's the spirit.
It was a good time.
You won, Sean.
I'm most ashamed of Final Destination, but sometimes you answer too fast.
That's true. That is true.
I think it's also one of those things that, like, when you're talking just about about horror films with a friend, the information is retrieved in a very different way in your brain than in these kind of settings.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certainly stuff here I didn't know at all. Period. Would never have ever come up with, right? But there's other stuff that it's not that you're kicking yourself for not being able to come up with it, but it's just not available for that kind of retrieval.
Well, I noticed at least 2 or 3 times, Lorne, when you saw the answer, you were like, "That's it."
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Dan is much younger than I am. He doesn't have the early onset Alzheimer's that I have. So
I'm creeping up right behind you, Lorne.
Damn, Ben. Wow.
Whoa.
That's harsh.
Well, here's the thing, Sean. I'm glad you mentioned that because Lorne partially inspired some of this community trivia with the Critical Pursuit on his channel. Is that ever coming back?
I don't know. They take a lot of time to prepare for, as you guys are discovering. It's not a show you can put together without just on a spur of a moment. And to be honest with you, it's kind of great because other people kind of this channel and others are doing it, so it kind of means I don't have to, which is kind of beautiful too.
Well, to be fair, we kind of cheat and give an entire round to the chat, so we only have to come up with 10 questions each.
I wasn't smart enough to do that, so
your format is slightly different.
Sure,
you have a different point system, and it's a lot of fun over there on Critical Pursuit.
Well, I'll never say never to any of it. Right now, I'm working more on longer videos that go kind of deeper into single directors and single creators, and that's my focus. But we'll see. I mean, if people want it, they can let me know. They let me know about everything else they want, so I don't see why that would be any different.
Could do it like, I don't know, like Family Feud style, like authors versus podcasters or something. That might be fun.
I don't know if bringing those two communities together.
Yeah.
Or actors. I'm sure you could find enough to do it.
I'm sorry. I'm still picturing that on Lorne's channel.
Hodge, Campbell. Like that'd be fun. I think.
Oh my God. Have to really be selective of that cast.
I think that it may be an all man for himself kind of thing after just a few minutes with either camp.
We were gonna do trivia like a year ago, and I'll look because I might have a whole notebook somewhere of just questions and answers that you could use at some point if you wanted to. Some might be a little bit hard, but I'll try and find it.
Excellent. Well, before we go, do you guys want to promote your channels? Lorne first.
No, before I do that, before I do that, I just want to say, Dan is one of those guys that has, from the day he stepped into orbit with this community, he's a guy who brings so much to the table, and I think sometimes we just think of him as the guy who's coming on to have fun and talk about any subject and the encyclopedic knowledge. But the thing is, like, Dan has never misstepped to me ever. He's always been like respectful and cool with me. We've never had a tiff. That's why it's so. If you have ever been privy to any private conversations that are not really that private because it's the internet, like I constantly suggest like, oh, I'm not going to hang out with that Dan Schein because it's ridiculous, right? Because he's the one guy in the whole community that everyone can get behind. So if I got to lose to someone on a horror trivia show, fuck yeah, I'm proud to lose to Dan Schein. That's not a fucking problem. But he is really, I think, in many ways, the cornerstone of our community at this point. I think he might be the center link. And just, if guys out there, if you really aren't watching Flesh Wound, you need to watch Flesh Wound. You need to subscribe to it. No matter how you feel about the show itself or whatever, Dan needs your support because, during the pandemic, we got a lot of people that came into the community that got very involved. It has definitely slowed down since, as things have opened up and people get back to work and their regular lives and see real people. So I just don't want anyone to feel like they're losing steam right now. And Dan certainly is one of those people that I feel like deserves the support to know that he's brought a lot to the community selflessly. There's new programming from him like virtually every day. I think next month that is actually the goal, is every day.
Every day.
I can't do that. I can't promise a tenth of that. So yeah, I just what you saw today from Dan is how invested he is in all this shit. And it should be respected. And if you aren't subscribed to his channel, change that. Like, even leave this channel right now. Go there and change it.
Even if you don't like Todd. Even if you don't like Todd, it's okay.
Todd's okay. The other two guys I don't know about.
Those are so true words, Lorne.
I'm just kidding.
So true.
As
But
far as
before that.
But my own stuff, I mean, Visited by Voices 1 on YouTube, at Lorne Dixon on Twitter. Should have some very exciting news that has more to do with Amazon before the end of the year for real. Maybe even if you're going to come out and join us at a convention in Kentucky in we're down to 4 weeks or something?
Less than a month. Yeah, less than a month.
Yes.
There may be something announced there. So we're not far away from something very, very cool.
I'm excited.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Awesome. Yes. It's going to be a full house at Scarefest.
How many of us are there? Do we have a count? Oh, Christian. So
I love that.
It is a Jalo shirt.
Very cool.
So of
Lorne,
course,
to be honest with you, it might be easier to count the people that won't be there, as opposed to who all will be there.
Hey, see you,
'Cause I think there's more people going than not going. So
Yeah, it's a lot, and also like even not just this sort of sub community. I know the Dead Pit guys, I believe, are going to be there. So I mean, there's just a lot of podcasters in general are going to be, and I personally do not charge for photo ops or autographs. So yes,
he takes sexual favors for him though.
I won't say no, but I won't ask. Won't turn it down.
I will say, I should be down there. If you do see us, obviously, yeah, if you're cool, come up, tell us your name, tell us your chat name or YouTube name, if that'll get us to recognize you better. Take a picture.
We need more of the chat to
walk around, maybe
reveal themselves at this point.
Wait, how do you mean that? Because I'm not comfortable with that.
Reveal, not expose. Just your
yeah. Hey guys,
I'll just
save that for the open bar.
I'll just point out that Danielle Brisbois did put out an album called "Arrive All Over You," and she meant it.
Lorne, have you read Seven? Or I might be screwing this name up. Seven Songbirds of Death, or the John Everson book. Have you read that yet?
Oh no. Is that the collection? No, that's Songs for the End of the World.
Jallo homage. Yeah, I might be screwing up the name.
I haven't. He's a great writer, though. He's legitimately.
Yeah, he's really good.
Working. Yeah.
Nightwear, and I've always been a fan.
Hello, Seth. I believe that is my brother.
Oh, so you've been on here before?
Wasn't even sure you had YouTube. I don't know. No, his son has. One of his sons, plural, have popped up.
When they separated you, who ended up with the bigger scar?
I
think that depends on who you ask.
Jess started his life in a basket.
That's funny because I actually had a basket case question, and I was saving it in case we needed it for later.
Ooh, one of the sequels or the OG?
It's just off the original, but I'll save it for the next one.
That works.
Yeah, Sean McMahon says hello to you, Seth. Sean's in Ireland.
We're not going to Ireland.
Yeah, you might have to come out, Sean. Although I would actually love to go to Ireland. I've not been there.
Actually, he's quite a few years older brother. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Whoa. There's some family intrigue going on there.
Not quite a few, I guess. I mean, a few years older. He's not
7 decades between you.
He's in between Lorne and I's age, if that helps.
Okay. Yes. There's a theme, I think, going for Scarefest, by the way. I think everybody's going to have each other sign some random object. So bring your Sharpie. Bring
your Sharpie so you can sign right here on my ass, Dan Schein.
There's
no room on the ass to sign.
There's
think
some truth to that, Lauren. There's some truth to that. I didn't know you've seen my butt yet, though.
Who's been on the internet who hasn't?
Oh,
you haven't discovered
those
that
leaked.
live cam site, Jess?
So it's not leaking if you're personally sending it to everyone you know. Although I understand there's a different video where there is some leaking involved.
That must have been a drunk night. I don't remember that.
Oh, tonight I'm not sure on time, but I know Jake at Slaughterport is going to be doing a show with Dead Pit. So I know that's happening tonight. I know Piz is streaming. There's a lot of streams going for you guys tonight.
Yeah, check out Slaughterport's channel. I think starting right now or just started. And
Yes.
thank you all for watching. I don't know what else. Stay tuned to Cable Channel 11. We're going to have another Horror Rumble probably earlier in the month next month since it is so busy.
Ooh.
Possibly a Scarefest special coming from our channel. I'm sure channels all over the community will have something going on related to that.
Yes.
New shows, more shows. Just stick with us. It was still covered if he was looking at it.
Well, it might not have been Andy.
All right. Well, go check out Jake's show. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Congratulations, Dan Schein, Cable Channel 11 Horror Rumbles Trivia Champion.
He's the best.
#1. Good night, all.
Breathe. Good night.
Good night.